Hello everyone and welcome to the One Stop Co-op Shop. Today we're going to do a playthrough of Wizards Academy, first scenario, Golem Construction for Beginners. If you would like to see how this game is set up before you watch the playthrough, feel free to check out the first video in this playlist. Otherwise, hang out and let's see the playthrough. So the first thing we're going to do is we're able to make 3 adjustments to the Wizards Academy itself. Now I've thought about this before and this is what I'd like to do. I'm going to move that mana room 2 times over here to be in the middle of the laboratory and the scrying chamber. So I'm going to do that quick. That's 2 adjustments, and then I'll show you the third. Alright, so after that, my third adjustment is going to be to move that cursed room out into the corner where the lost room is. So let me go do that. Alright, so there are my 3 adjustments. We're going to start here. We're nice and close to all the different glyphs that we need, except for this one. I wished I was able to turn that room. I maybe could have done that instead of doing the cursed room, but it is what it is. So we should be able to get level 1, or glyph 1 and glyph 2, 1 and 2, not level, because the level is all about the spells, but glyph 1 and glyph 2 we should be able to get to pretty easily. So, before we start, I also want to show you, everybody has a disaster card, so Arini is going to have fire, which is terrible. It's one of the level 1s that starts out in the deck. So we're going to start with fire on the board very quickly. We have Melkar having wild magic, which shouldn't be a problem because we won't be doing spells by the beginning of Melkar's turn. And then Niveta has an imp invasion, which is just wonderful because that means we're going to have imps on the board as well. Let's get started. So Arini is going to activate fire. What that does is we activate fire that's on the board. There isn't any. So then if there's no threatening fire tokens, place a fire token in a random room. So how we choose that is we draw the top card of the location deck and Flux Point. Alright, so we grab a fire token and here's Flux Point right there. So we now have a fire token there. Now what fire does, if you end your turn in a room with fire, you die. If a troll goes into a room with fire, they die. Imps and demons are not affected by fire, and fire does not prevent movement. It just kills you. So you can go through the room, doesn't take additional actions. Alright, so then Arini gets to draw a new disaster card, and she'll be activating threats in the Holy Room, Library, and Lost Room, which at the beginning shouldn't be a bad thing. Alright, so the first thing that Arini is going to do is she is going to take a step over here to where the level 1 is and grab 2 level 1 glyphs. Alright, so Arini collected 2 level 1 glyphs, so we'll put them on her board. And then she's going to put 1 in her shared area so she can share it and let other characters use it at any time that they want. Alright, next is Melkar. And I'm using this just kind of as a remind me whose turn it is. Hopefully I'll remember to move it. Wild Magic just says to randomize the unbound spells in the highest level of spells that has been cast. Well, we haven't even cast any spells, so don't even have to worry about it. We draw our new one, and he'll be activating threats in the Laboratory, Mana Crystal, and Outer Dimension. So I think the first thing that he's going to do is do the same thing and go over here for action 1. So you have to do at least 1 move action if you're going to do 3 actions. And then collect 2 more level 1, glyph 1 glyphs. I don't know what to call them because the spells have levels and the glyphs are just specific glyphs. So I'm going to call these level 1 glyphs, level 2 glyphs, level 3 glyphs, level 4, level 5, and then 6 and 7, 6 and 7. Okay, that's kind of what I'm saying when I'm saying level 1 glyph. And what he's going to do is he's also going to share one of them. And that's all he's going to do for his turn. So now we have Niveta. Niveta is going to activate imps. Well, there aren't any imps on the board. So if there's fewer than 3 threatening imp portals, place an imp portal in a random room and then activate imp portals. So how that's going to work, we draw a random card from the location deck. Oh, it says Cursed Room. That's why I put the Cursed Room over there. So we'll get an imp portal. An imp portal looks like this. And we'll place that in the Cursed Room. Now what we'll do is we have to place an actual imp there because we've activated the imp portal. And a little teeny tiny imp. can bring that up for you. Maybe I can get it to focus. I can't. I should do it this way. There you go. Teeny tiny little imp. Hello. All right, let's put him out. So what imps are going to do is they're going to steal glyphs from people. That's really the thing that they do. They steal glyphs from wizards, but they can also get rid of water and fire, which is really nice. So maybe we can get him over here by that flux point, huh? All right, Nivetta draws a new one, and she'll be activating threats in the Awakened room and the Horde room. Okay, where is the Warded room? The Warded room's right here. Great. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to take a couple steps and go 1, 2, 3, and be ready to come into the Warded room and start activating some of these spells. So that was Nivetta's turn. Now we'll move, and I should have moved this here. Now we'll move to Arini. So Arini is going to activate threats in the Holy Room, the Library, and the Lost Room. Well, none of those are there, so we don't have nothing. No threats are there, so we can just draw a new card. And now we're going to activate threats in the Planar Rift and the Unstable room at the beginning of our next turn. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to collect one more level 1 glyph. So she's going to have another one, so 3 total. And then she's going to take 2 steps. 1, 2, over here. She's going to try and get herself over to that Planar Rift and start getting that, that level 2 or level 3 glyph. All right, now it's Melkar. Melkar is going to activate in the laboratory, the mana crystal, and the outer dimension. And shouldn't have anything there. The only threats we have is the flux point and the cursed room right now. And let's see, we're going to activate threats in the enchanted well and flux point. Oh, so Melkar's next turn, that fire could spread. Eek. Okay. Let's see. Melkar is going to do actually similar. He's going to grab a level 1. So he's got a level 1 glyph, another one. And then he's going to go 2, 3. Now, the fire doesn't hurt him as long as he doesn't stay there, because he ran by really quick. Okay. So that's the end of Melkar's turn. Now we're going to go to Nivetta. Now, Nivetta gets to have some fun in a second. First, we're going to activate all threats in the Horde and the Awakened room. Nothing there. Don't have to worry about it. And we'll draw, and we're going to be activating the imps next round with the cursed room there. Okay, so first thing we're going to do as Nivetta is we are going to take a step into the Warded room. Now, why am I going into the Warded room? Well, the Warded room, if you ever cast a botched spell, has 0 effect. So that's the reason I want to activate a spell in the Warded room instead of somewhere else. So what we're going to do is then use the 2 shared glyphs that we have, our 2 level 1 glyphs here, and activate a spell. So we're going to discard these 2 glyphs, and let's go to the spell board to see what we activated. So if you look here, you can see that there is a spot there for the level 1 and a spot over there for another level 1, and that tells us that it's this spell that we're activating. Let's flip it up and see what it is. Alright, so it's a botched spell called Philanthropy. Select another player and move all of the glyphs and your glyph collection and shared glyphs into their glyph collection. And if you had that diamond, you'd then gain a copy of one of the gifted glyphs. However, this is a botch, because it's a botch and we're in the Warded room and has no effect. But I need to remember the name Philanthropy, okay, so I can bind that spell. Place it back here. Alright, so let's go back to the board. Alright, so that was Nivetta's second action, because first action was to move in here. Second action was to do that. Third action is we're going to take a step over here. We're trying to get over here to get the level 2 glyphs, okay? Alright, that's the end of Nivetta's turn. Now we go to Arini. So Arini is going to activate threats in the Planar Rift and Unstable room. Still nothing there? No worries. And she's drawing, Wild Magic. So we're going to want to bind spells before the end of her turn, or before her next turn. Now what's great is she's in the library right now. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to call that level 1/1 spell is called Philanthropy. Let's make sure I'm right. Hey, looks like I am, right? Philanthropy. Okay, so then this is going to stay straight up just like that, and then no longer will that ever be affected by wild magic. And level 1, using those 2 glyphs will always do Philanthropy, so we know that. So that was action 1 for Arini. Action 2 and action 3 is she's going to get to the Horde room. Perfect. Then she's going to share another one of her glyphs so someone else can use it, although it's a level 1, but it is what it is. And that's the end of Irini's turn. So now we go to Melkar. Alright, so we're activating threats in the Enchanted Well and the Flux Point. Well, Enchanted Well, there's nothing there. Flux Point, we do have fire. So when that fire is activated, we flip one of these location cards, and there's an arrow right down here. It says 1, and it points downward. So you know what that means? The fire spreads that way. Unfortunately, that goes into the Holy Room here. Now you might say, well, doesn't that kill Melkar? Well, the thing is you cannot end your turn in a room with fire. So if you're in a room with fire and it's not the end of your turn, you're fine. So just as long as he gets out of that room before doing anything, before the end of his turn, he's A-okay. So for Melkar's turn, he's just going to run. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. And what we're trying to do, well, okay, never mind. Let me think. Because Niveta will go next. So actually, he's just going to go 1 and end his turn there. He's only doing 1 action. Oh, you guys, I forgot to draw my disaster card. His new disaster card will activate threats in the Warded Room and the Cursed Room. Ooh, okay. Cursed Room is not good. He's just going to move here and stay there, so next time he can activate another spell with the Scrying Chamber here, or with the level 2 spell that Niveta will get, the level 2 glyph, I should say, that Niveta will obtain in the Scrying Room. So, end his turn, he's going to move this level 1 glyph into his shared area. Alright, Niveta is now going to activate threats in the Master Study and the Cursed Room. Well, the Master Study, there isn't anything here. The Cursed Room, there is an imp and a portal. So first, we activate the imp. Now, this is when I would look at the reference sheet that I was explaining in the first video from Board Game Geek. And here it is. So I'll try and zoom up so you guys can see it. But what we look at is we see, okay, if an imp is in a room with at least one wizard or glyph, when he's activated he does this. But he's not in a room with a glyph or a wizard. So he is in a room adjoining a room that contains a glyph or a wizard, so he moves into a random adjoining room that meets that criteria. Well, if you look at him, the only place he can go is into the Horde room where Irini is. So that's what he's going to do. And then we're also going to place another imp in there because we've activated the portal that's in the Cursed Room. So let me do that. There we go. So all I did was just place the new imp in the room with Irini, but that's because the other one would have moved and the other one would have then spawned in the Cursed Room. So that works. Alright, so we're going to draw our last card from the Disaster deck before we start adding progression. And this is going to activate threats in the Scrying Chamber and the Workshop. Okay, that shouldn't be a problem yet. Alright, so it's Niveta's turn. So Niveta will take 1, 2, and then the third action will be to obtain a level 2 glyph. And immediately put it in her shared area. So that way, someone else can use it. Now, I keep forgetting to use this, it's Irini's turn, and we activate Wild Magic. However, the only spell that we've done is the one that's bound, so you don't have to do anything. Now what I'm going to have to do is add 2 cards from that Disaster Progression deck up there into this pile, and then we'll draw Irini's new card. So let me do that quick. Alright, so we're all shuffled up, let's see what we get. Oh, another imp invasion. We're going to get more imp portals. Gross! Alright, so she's got 3 actions. It's going to be very simple. She's going to move into the Planar Rift and obtain 2 of those level 3 glyphs, as I call them. So let's move her. And here's her 2 more. Now what she's going to do is she's going to swap out her level 1 for her shared level 2 here. So that way we can activate a different spell. Actually, we've got lots of options now. That's nice. So next we have Melkar. Melkar is going to activate threats in the Warded Room and the Cursed Room. Well, the Warded Room is fine. It's just a golem. They're technically on our side. But in the Cursed Room, out comes another imp. And that other imp is going to move into this room. So now we have 2 imps into the Horde. So now if we activate the Horde room, we're going to start moving those imps around. And Melkar will draw a Wild Magic card. Ooh, well that is going to make this decision somewhat easy. I think instead he was going to... Well, he's in the Warded Room. Yeah, but Irini can't get over to the library during her turn and we would just randomize it. bummer. Oh, that's a real big bummer. Okay. So what he was going to do is he was going to do some more magic, so another spell, and then have somebody go into the library. But unfortunately, I did not set this up right. I was hoping the planar rift would be connected to the library, and it's not. So instead, what we're going to do is nothing useful. Do we want to stay there? That's the question. So that we can activate something next round. I think we're just going to sit there and do nothing. It's not a great option, you guys. This is poor planning on my part. But I'm just going to leave him there because I want him in the warded room for the next time that we can activate spells, which will be right after his turn. So that's all Melkar did, was activate a disaster. Nothing else. So let's go to Nyveda. So Nyveda is going to activate threats in the scrying chamber and the workshop. There's none there, so don't have to worry about that. Oh my gosh, and Nyveda is going to activate wild magic. 2 of them in a row. That's cruel. Well, Nyveda can at least do something useful. She's going to collect 2 more level 2 glyphs. She can only share 1, but at least she's got 2 more that we can use, which will be nice. Then, after Nyveda, we move back to Arini, and Arini is going to do the Imp Invasion. So this is fun. First thing we're going to do is activate Imps. So all imps are going to move. So what that means is these 2 are going to jump into here. Because they wouldn't want to go into the enchanted room. There's no glyphs and there's no wizards. There's a glyph and a wizard in the planar rift room. Then the imp in the cursed room will move into the horde room. Okay, so we have now activated all the imps. Then what we have to do is activate, or if there are fewer than 3 threatening imp portals, place an imp portal in a random room. Let's see, where are we putting more imps? Oh, the horde room. Oh, they're going to be right next to each other. That's wonderful. So we'll place that there, and then the last thing we're going to do is activate imp portals. And with activating imp portals, we'll put 2 imps out. So now we have tons of imps. So thank goodness that's the end of that card. Then we'll draw, and we're activating threats in the laboratory, mana crystal, and outer dimension. That should be fine. So she's going to collect 1 of these level 3 glyphs, just so she has more glyphs. And then she's going to take 2 steps into the enchanted room. Because what she wants to do is be able to get to the library next round. Alright, so now we have Melkar. Melkar is going to activate wild magic. Doesn't do anything. And draws, and we're getting a tear. Okay, we'll show you how that works when it's his turn next time. Now here's the thing, I kept him here because I thought he could then activate a spell, but the problem is Nyveda then immediately drew another wild magic card, which is terrible. So we're just going to have to start being a little more aggressive. So what I'm going to do with Melkar is take 3 steps into the laboratory so that he can start collecting those, and we're just going to have to cast some potential botch spells outside of the warded room. I love the warded room, but we're running out of time. So that's all I did. We'll move to Nyveda. Nyveda has wild magic, doesn't do anything, and draw our new card, and we've got activate threats, activate all threats in the cursed room, which is just wonderful, and the master study. Alright, so Nyveda now can actually activate a spell, and basically wants to, because if you look at where Arini is, Arini will be able to bind whatever spell that she casts. So she's going to cast using the level 3 here that we have shared, and a level 2 that she has in her pocket, so to speak. And so let's see what that brings out. Alright, so it's a level 3 and a level 2 glyph. That's going to be this one right here. Let's see what it is. Oh, it's a good one. Create wand. Okay, acquire a wand that uses a copy of the lowest type of glyph you are carrying. Instead, if you had this diamond, instead use a copy of any glyph that you are carrying. Oh, that is nice. So we can create a wand. Wands are cool, and I'll show you how they work in just a second. But so that's where the create a wand spell is going to be. So we'll need to bind that during Arini's turn. Let's go back to the table. Alright, so we can create a wand, which is really cool. If we had had that diamond thing, we could have also gotten a copy of a glyph, but we don't have that. But I just want to show you what a wand does. So if you have a wand, you can use any glyph as if it were the one glyph in this box, which is pretty cool. So we have to do it at the lowest level when we only have one. So we'll put that there. But now we always have, any glyph can be this level 2 glyph if we want. Pretty cool. So that was action 1. Yeah, because we were already in that room. Action 2 will be we'll collect another one. And then we'll start moving out of this room. We can get any glyph and make it that glyph if we really want to. So we might as well get out. All right. Next is Arini. So Arini is going to activate with her disaster card the laboratory, the mana crystal, and the outer dimension. So laboratory, we're still good. Mana crystal, we're definitely good. Outer dimension, we're good. All right, and then she draws, and she's going to activate threats in the planar and unstable. Oh, planar is not good. All right, so we're going to take a chance here. Because of where those imps are, if we use up these and they try and steal those glyphs when they're activated, which will happen soon, what will happen instead is if there's no glyphs for them to take, they get removed from the board. So that's what I want to have happen. So I'm going to activate this spell. It's going to be a level 3, and then I can bind both of them, both that create a wand and whatever I find here during my third action in the library. So let's see what level 3 glyph gets us. All right, you guys, let's see what we got. Come on, be something good. Be something good. And it's not. It's chill. All right, let me bring it back so you guys can see it a little better. All right, chill says, if your room contains no ice or water, place a single ice token in your room. And if you had that icon, you can remove all fire tokens from your room before placing the ice token. Yeah, all right, so we're placing an ice token in our room. Bummer, so chill. So we have create a wand and chill. Those are the two that we have there. So let's go back to the table. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to grab an ice token and place it in the enchanted well. Now, what one ice does is nothing terrible. It doesn't prevent movement, but what happens is you slide through the room. So if I try to now go through that enchanted well room, I'll slide right through it instead of stopping in the enchanted well room. But if I come from it this way, I'll slide into the wall, I'll be okay. But one ice isn't terrible. Two ice is absolutely terrible. It blocks the room off. You can't get in and out. You freeze in that room and die. And it basically becomes not even adjacent to any other room. So you cannot go in there. It's not fun. So we don't want two ice. But, well, nothing that we could do. We sent that spell out, ends up it's a chill. So that was our first action. Our second action is going to be to walk into here. And then our third is we're going to name both of those spells. And so I'm just going to say them now, and then I'll show you to them in a second to make sure you agree. Create wand is 1, and chill is 2. And they're going to be a level 3 and a level 2 and a level 3 and a level 3. So let's see if I was right. All right, here's the level 3, level 2. Create wand. Yes. And here's the level 3, chill. Heck yeah. All right, so now we have those. We know what those different glyphs make. We need to find other things now. We need to find a specific spell that's going to allow us to eliminate these golems, and we just haven't found it yet. All right, so now it's Melkar's turn. Let's see. Melkar's going to activate Tear. If there are no threatening darkness tokens, place a darkness token in a random room. All wizards and creatures move one space away from the nearest darkness token. All right, so we grab a location card. Let's see, where are we going to have darkness? The planar rift. Okay, let's see. So this is interesting. We place that planar rift, or that that darkness token there. Now all characters move one step away. The only thing that's not is going to be these golems, and they're not going to move. Everything else that's a threat or a wizard is going to move one space away. Well, that imp way over there can't move farther away. But those two imps are going to move over to here. And she can either move over here or over here to get farther away. So what we do is we draw a random card. 1. Oh, of course. We're going to go towards the imps. Now, to get farther away from here, we would definitely have to go this way. Actually, you know what? I was wrong. I should not have done that. Let me take that back. Because this is towards that room. So I would have to move her to the mana room. And I'm going to reshuffle up these last 3 location cards because that was wrong. we had to move Melkar into the room with fire, and then Niveta would move one space this way. Alright, so that is the Terror card. It's kind of a weird one. And then we have the Activate Threats in the Holy Room, the Library, and the Lost Room. Alright, so Melkar, let's see. Oh, and Niveta should have shared, or sorry, Arini should have shared one of these, which she would have at the end of her turn. So we haven't done a level 1, level 2 spell yet. Where is Melkar? And we can do it, and we can even get into the warded room in case it's a botched spell. So 1, 2, and now we're going to activate a level 1 and level 2 spell. Let's see what we get. Alright, you guys. Let's hope it's good. And it is not good. It's Doom. Discard the top 2 cards of the disaster deck. Yes, I'm so glad I did that in the warded room. Oh my gosh. So that has no effect, but that is Doom. Level 1 and level 2. Don't want to do that. Alright, so that was Melkar's 3 actions, moving 2 and doing that spell. So now we're going to move to Niveta. Niveta is going to activate threats in the warded room and the cursed room. Not the warded, the Master Study. And Master Study, there isn't anything there, but the cursed room, we're simply going to have another imp come out, and then the one imp that's there is going to move to the adjacent room. Just place it like so. And we get a new disaster card. Oh, now we're going to have more fire. Yes! As you can see, it just gets drastically more and more things happen. And we still haven't found even the level 1 spell that we're looking for. So, Niveta is going to... So Niveta is going to go 1, 2, and collect another one of these. Because that's one of the spells we haven't done. But I didn't have... I can change... you may use any glyph as if it was... Ooh, you know what? I'm going to make an executive decision. I'm not sure about this, but it says you can use any glyph as if it was the glyph in this box. So I'm going to say that even a shared glyph can be a glyph that's that type. And so because of that, what Niveta is going to do is she's going to move into the warded room for action 1. Action 2 is she's going to use this level 2 and... yeah, let's use Melkar's. Melkar's level 1 as if it was a level 2 because she has that staff. So 2 level 2s to activate another spell. Let's see what we get. Alright, you guys, we are really hoping here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Be what we need. Be what we need. Of course, if I could flip it over. No, it's not. It's Repeal. Okay, you guys, slightly embarrassed I said Repeal. It's Repel. Hard for me to see from standing back here. All other wizards and imps in adjoining your room move 1 space directly away if possible. So still not what we need, but that is called Repel, not Repeal, Repel. So and above Repel, up there is Doom. So Doom and Repel. Got it. Actually, we only have 1 spell left in the level 1. We know what it is. It's the Nova spell we need. So we need a level 3 and a level 1 glyph. Oh, that's just wonderful. Because Arini can't get over there. Anyways. Okay, so Repel. Alright, so like I mentioned, now we know what we need is a level 1 spell, or a level 1 glyph and a level 3 glyph. Level 3 glyph is way over there. This is Niveta's 3rd action. She's just going to stay here. No, you know what? She's going to move 1 more over here because she's going to try and get this level 2 because we're going to need the level 2 glyph at some point. So that's the end of Niveta's turn. Now we're going to move on to Arini. Now, Arini is going to activate all threats in the Planar Rift and Unstable Room. Unstable Room, there's nothing there. The Planar Rift, though, has 2 imps. Okay, so we are going to activate those 2 imps. And reading off of our chart here, our imps, it says, each wizard loses a glyph of that type. If at least 1 glyph is lost this way, the imp removes a fire or water token from the room it occupies. If no wizard has a glyph of that type, then the imp is removed. Well, I purposely got rid of Arini's imps, or glyphs of that type, so both those imps will be removed. Nice, a disaster actually helped us. That does happen sometimes. Sometimes. And now we'll be activating threats in the Enchanted Well and the Flux Point. So the Enchanted Well means those 2 imps are going to be moving. Great. Alright, Arini is in the Manor Room. And first thing we're going to do... Yeah, we don't want to activate any other spell anyways. So we're going to move into the library. Do you remember we had Doom on top? Doom is a level 2, level 1, and level 2 is Repel. I'm pretty sure those are right. Let's flip them and see. Doom, yes. Repel, yes. All right. So we are just rocking through the level 1 spells. We literally are going to find every single one. I've never had it take this long. Oh well. So action 1 was moving to the library. Action 2 is to do what we just did. Action 3 is we're going to go into the Enchanted Well. Now, there is ice in here, so we should have slipped. Oh, you know what? And I made a mistake when those 2 imps... Oh no, that ice went in there. Did that ice go in there when the imps were already in there? No, I think the imps got pushed. Well, we're just going to leave the imps. I'll make a note, because I think those imps maybe should actually be in the unstable room. And then if they were in the unstable room, they would have been activated and slide all the way to the horde room. See, this is the thing about this game. I have recorded this now 3 times, and I still can't get everything right. But, okay, we'll have Rainy Ender turn there. Now we'll do Melkar. So Melkar, sorry about the camera, it's going to activate the Holy Room, the Library, and the Lost Room. So the Holy Room, there's fire. So the first thing that we do is you draw a location card to see where the fire goes. Oh, it's going to go to the left. That's terrible, you guys. Because what that means is we place fire both in the laboratory and the warded room. And the reason for that is because those 2 fires were adjacent, so they both spread. Oh, man. Okay. Melkar then will draw a new one, and we have activating threats in the Horde and the Awakened room, which shouldn't be a problem. Except for Horde, we're going to get more imps. Alright, so we know we need a level 1 and a level 3. We only have 3 actions. We're in a room with fire. To get to there, to the level 1, it's going to take 3 actions to get there, and then we're going to kill ourselves. That's a bummer. Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do this. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. We're ending our turn in the laboratory. We would technically die. Now, what we can do is we can lose 1 mana, and that's what we're going to do, and then we can decide whether we want to start our turn in the mana room or the laboratory. And we'll start our next turn in the laboratory, so we'll stay right there. So basically, the Academy has saved us. Alright, next, we'll move to Niveta, and unfortunately, she's going to just activate fire. So let's see where that fire goes. 1. It's going to go up. So what we do... So we look, well, we can't go up here. This is already up. We can't go into the Lost Room. So actually, it doesn't spread. Oh, it's not bad. We'll draw our last disaster card. Tilt. Ooh, we'll see what that is. I've never gotten that one. That's the fun part about this game. I keep seeing new things. This is my 14th playthrough of this game, so, playing it on my own. And I'm still seeing new cards and new spells. Pretty cool. All right, Niveta, where are you? Ooh, nope, that's not going to be helpful. You have a staff for a useless one right now, for a useless glyph. So I think the only thing you can do right now is go 1, 2, and obtain another level 2 glyph and share it. All right, now we're going to go back to Arini. Arini is going to activate threats in the Enchanted Well and the Flux Point. So first, let's do the Flux Point. And we draw the Holy Room. Well, it doesn't matter. But we draw an arrow pointing this way, so the fire does not spread, because it hits a wall both spots. Then we look in the Enchanted Well, and there's ice, which when it's activated doesn't do anything. But when the imps are activated, when a wizard is there, this is what happens. One of the wizards present loses a glyph of their choice, and a fire or water token is removed from the room. So since there are 2 there, Arini loses both of her level 1 glyphs. Bummer. Okay, so she loses both of those to the 2 imps. Alright, now to draw her new one, I'm going to have to put in 2 new cards from the Disaster Progression deck. So let me do that quick. Alright, so she has activating threats in the Enchanted Well again, and the Flux... Hey, that's the exact same card. She shuffled it up, she got the same one. Okay, I also did shuffle the location deck because we'll need that. But what's great is now we can... No, we can't. Yes, we can. We can go into the Planar Rift. However, there's a darkness token there. And when we move into the planar rift, when there's a darkness token, it takes more than one action. A wizard moving into a darkness room must immediately spend an additional movement action. So what we're going to do is we're going to go 1, 2, 3. We can't collect that glyph, which is what I was hoping to do, but we can't because there's darkness in the planar rift room. All right, Melkar, let's see your stuff. So Melkar activates threats in the Horde room and the Awakened room. So the Horde room, there is an imp there and an imp portal. So what happens is one imp is going to be popped into here and the other imp will stay there because it's just activated. And the Awakened room, where are you, Awakened room? Awakened room, nothing. So don't have to worry about that. And Wild Magic. Okay, that's good to know. So what we're going to do is we're just going to collect 2 level 1 glyphs, okay? And then we're going to get our butt out of town and end our turn here so we don't get killed with fire. And we'll share one of those level 1 glyphs. All right, now we get to do Tilt. I've never seen this one, so let's see. Let's see what it is. Select a random direction. This direction is used for every random direction until the start of your next turn. Any movement not in this direction costs an additional action as if it contained a threat that slows movement. Okay, so this stays active until Nivetta's next turn. So I'm going to put this like this sideways. Our random direction is to the left. So everything is going to have to go towards the left because the Wizard Academy itself is tilted. But if I try and move this way, it takes 2 actions. Oh, that's cool. All right, new disaster for Scrying Chamber and Workshop. That's not bad. Okay, so I think there's no way I can move over that way, so I might as well just collect some glyphs. So I'm going to collect these 2 level 2 glyphs, and that's all she wrote. So that's the end of Nivetta's turn. Now it's Aurini's turn. Aurini's going to activate threats in the Enchanted Well and the Flux Point. All right, so let's do the Flux Point first because that's going to be the bad one. So the Flux Point is going to spread the fire, and it's going to have to spread this way. So what happens is we place a fire token here and in the Mana Crystal room. If fire reaches the Mana Crystal, the fire and all fire tokens linked to it through adjoining rooms containing fire are removed. Any fire portals are also removed, and then the Mana Crystal loses 1 mana for every 3 fire tokens removed in this fashion, rounding up, and 1 extra if there's a fire portal. Well, there's no fire portal, but we're going to lose 2 Mana Crystals. So I'll take those 2 off. We now only have half of the Mana Crystals left. But we also get rid of this fire, thanks to the Tilting Academy. But getting rid of the fire is not really a bad thing, so I'm not going to complain about that. Then we activate the imps in the Enchanted Well. Now they are not adjacent to a wizard or a glyph, so they move to a random room. But remember what we read. We read that everything right now, because of this tilt, has to go to the left. So they both go to the unstable room. All right, and then we'll draw our new disaster, and it's going to activate threats in the Holy Room, Library, and the Lost Room. All right, so Aurini has no spells, but guess what she does have? Or spells, glyphs. She can collect 1 of the level 3 glyphs, which is awesome. And we will place that right here. Then, okay, get this. So Melkar has Wild Magic. You always have to shuffle all of the unbound spells of the current level. I only have 1 spell that's unbound. So Aurini is not going to... No, she doesn't want to activate it. She'd take out an imp. But then she couldn't share. We need somebody to activate it down here. So actually what she's going to do is she's just going to collect 2 of these level 3s. Sorry, I got all excited. I was ready to activate Nova and take out that imp. Well, we don't want to do that yet. Okay, she just collected those 2. That's all she's going to do. Melkar activates Wild Magic. Doesn't do anything. Then we draw activating threats in, of course, the Cursed Room and the Master Study. Now, Melkar has the right 2 spells to use, but he can't get into position to take out one of those Guardians. And in order to move, it would take 2 actions to move this way. Well, might as well. That took 2 actions. He only has 1 more. Oh, that was a move action. Might as well collect another level 1. So he collects another level 1. So that's 3. Okay. Now it's Nivetta's turn. We get rid of the tilt, finally. And we are going to activate threats in the scrying chamber and the workshop. Scrying chamber, nothing. Workshop, nothing. We're good. We will activate all threats in the laboratory, mana, crystal, and outer dimension. Okay. Look at this. 1, 2. And we will use both of these to activate Nova. I'm not even going to look at the board. I know what it is. It's the last one. It's the one that we were required to put on the board. I'll show it. Here it is. Nova. Deal 1 damage to every target in your room. And if you have the lightning bolt, deal 1 extra damage. Great. We know where Nova is. If it gets shuffled, it's the only one that's going to get shuffled. So awesome. And we take out, finally, this Guardian. So now we can start collecting level 5 glyphs. But that was 1, 2, that was the 3rd action, so Nivetta is done. Next is Arini. She's going to activate threats in the Holy Room, the Library, and the Lost Room. Holy Room. Holy Room's good now. Library's good. Lost Room is definitely good. Okay. Then we draw a new one. Oh, we've got Wild Magic. Well, right now, who cares if we have to shuffle the Unbound spells? But I think what we're going to do is collect 2 more of these. Oh, that blasted imp is going to steal it from me if they're activated. They're not going to be. So this is the best part. See, it's almost like a little bit of a Euro game because you get to see what's coming up. And so she knows that the imps are not going to be activated that's in the Planar Rift. So she's going to collect 2 of these level 3 glyphs and then get her butt out of the Planar Rift. So that what she can do is get to the library next time and bind spells. And then, of course, she's going to share one of these. All right, so Melkar's going to go. Melkar's going to activate threats in the Master Study and the Cursed Room. Well, Master Study, nothing. The Cursed Room is essentially going to just get another imp in the Horde Room because it comes out of the Cursed Room and the other one gets activated and moves to the Horde Room. And we'll draw, oh yeah, more imps. Imps aren't bad. They're easy to kill. They just sometimes get a little annoying, but way better than trolls. Trolls block way more stuff. So we might see trolls. Who knows? All right, so Melkar is right here. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3. Blast. Can't use his effect. Oh well. He'll share a level 1, and that's the end of his turn. Nivetta, she will activate threats in the laboratory, mana crystal, and outer dimension. Nothing there. And we draw... Oh, did I just talk about a troll invasion? Well, now we have a troll invasion card. I can only blame myself for that. So, first thing we're going to do, we're going to collect a level 5 glyph. Yes! Okay? That's a 1. Then we're going to move into the warded room, and we're going to activate a spell using a level 5 and a level 2. Level 5 and level 2. All right? Let's see what that is. I was going to activate a level 5 and a level 2. Silly, silly idea. Because we have wild magic coming from Arini right here. So never mind. Backing it up, we're going to collect 2 of these level 5s. We're going to share one of them and move into this room, the warded room, so we can send something out next time. Yeah, we're not going to be stupid, right? No reason to be silly. All right, so after Nivetta, we have Wild Magic, and we shuffle up that Nova spell. Great. It's the only one that's there, so I'm never going to flip it over. I know where it is, and I don't have to worry about it. And we'll draw a new one, and we have activate all threats in the Planar Rift and the Unstable Room. Oh, so this will start stealing these glyphs because there's an imp in the Planar Rift. We're going to have her do this. We're going to have her cast a spell in the room with the 2 imps and use the level 3 and the level 5. All right? If something bad happens, well, it is what it is. Can't do much else about it. So let's see. All right, you guys, level 5 glyph and a level 3 glyph. That's right here. And it is Bend Dimension. You guys, this is the card that we needed. This is the card that we needed from level 1 that took us so long. We found the first one here, okay? So let me bring this up and I'll show you what it says. All right, you guys, I was so excited about this. This is Bend Dimension, not Break Dimension. Bummer. So you know what that means? We just get to switch the position of any 2 rooms adjacent to each other. Switch the position. Okay. Bend Dimension. Let's go to the board. Okay, the 2 that I'm going to do is the Planar Rift and the Library. We're going to move these 2 like so. And then connect it here. Nice. Okay, so that was action 1. Action 2 is we're going to move into the library. And then action 3, we're going to say Bend Dimension for 5 and 3 glyph. And let's just make sure I'm right. Boom. Bend Dimension. Heck yeah. All right. So that's the end of Irini's turn. Irini still has a level 3 glyph that she's sharing. So now we need to move to Melkar. Melkar does Imp Invasion, which activates all imps. So, first thing, this imp steals one of the blue glyphs, and we have, Irini has one of them, so she loses it. Then we have those 2 imps are going to move into the library, and this one is going to move to here. Then if we have less than 3 threatening imp portals, we put another random one out. And we're going to put one in the unstable room. Alright, so the unstable room already has 2 imps. Oh, I didn't move them. Shoot, so I should move them first. So they will move in a random direction, and they will move towards this way, which will happen. They will slide and land right there. I love ice. Then what will happen is we place a 3rd imp portal in a random room, and that's going to be the laboratory. And the laboratory is here. Oh, that's terrible. Place one of these here. Oh, that's a demon. We do not want a demon. We just want an imp portal, and then we put out new imps in each imp portal. 1, 2, 3. So we have tons of imps everywhere. They're just everywhere. That's pretty normal. Okay. We'll draw our new disaster card. Oh, our terror card. We remember that. So, first thing that we're going to do as Melkar is we're going to cast a spell using our level 1 and level 3. And we know what that does. Nova. So that takes out this guy. Now we can actually collect either one of these, which is nice. Then we will do a room action, draw one of these, and end our turn. We're not going to do a 3rd action. Niveta. Trolls. Activate troll portals. Don't have any. Activate trolls. Don't have any. If there's fewer than 2 threatening troll portals, place a troll portal in a random room. And that's going to be in the cursed room. Oh, interesting. Okay. So what's going to happen is that portal is going to turn into a troll portal because troll portals eat imp portals. So I'm just going to flip it over. So now that is an imp or a troll portal, and when a troll comes out, trolls eat imps. They eat them for lunch. So that's actually really nice because I can use the trolls to take out the imps. All right, and then we're gonna draw. Oh, and we got fire. Well, thanks, Niveta. All right, so Niveta is in a good spot here. Niveta is gonna activate the level 5. You know what? We need this one. Well, we need both of them. So let's do a level. Let's use Melkar's level 4 and our level 2. So let's go to the board and see what that is. All right, for our level 4, level 2, it's this one. And we're in a warded room, so if it's bad, it's not going to be a bad thing. Oh, deface. Yes, we don't have to worry about this. Select a glyph type that at least one wizard has. Everyone loses that glyph of that type. And if you boost it, each wizard loses only one glyph of that type. Guess what? Don't have to worry about it. But so it's called deface. Alright, so we can ignore that. That was our action 1. Action 2 is going to be to collect another one of those. And then action 3 is we're just simply going to put it in our shared. That's not even an action, but we're just not going to do anything else. Oops, that was Niveta. So we'll put that there. Alright, so after Niveta, we move to Arena. Arena is going to activate threats in the Planar Rift and the Unstable Room. Planar Rift, nobody has a level 3 glyph, so this guy's gone. And the Unstable Room, there's nothing there. Then we'll draw this. Activate all threats in the Warded and Cursed Room. Ugh. Okay. First thing we're going to do is we're going to name that spell. And we're going to name that spell. And I'm trying to remember the name of it. Oh my gosh. It was called Deface. Yes. Okay. Deface is level 4, level 2. And yes, I'm right. Level 4, level 2. So we'll keep that flipped up. So that's action 1. There's not much else we can do. We don't have any glyphs. And I did something very silly when I flipped those. We're not going to be able to get that level 3 glyph unless we teleport into there. Because we're going to slide right through that enchanted room. Man. See, that's the thing. I find this game way more enjoyable with more people. There's too many things to take to watch. And so I should have known that. But, alright. I'll move into the laboratory and grab one level 1 glyph. And I'll put that in my shared drive. Shared folder. Shared area. Alright, Melkar, Terror. If there are no threatening, well, there is a threatening darkness token, and all wizards and creatures move 1 space away from the nearest darkness token. Alright, so all of these guys will move over here. These guys move here. These guys can move here. These guys move here. There we go. Alright, then we draw our new disaster card. Fire! Oh, we're going to have more fire. Oh, 2 fires in a row. That's not fun. Alright, so I think the first thing we're going to do is we are going to use spell level 5 and level 1, and let's see what we get. Alright, a level 5 and a level 2. Let's see what it is. If I can get it. It is Teleport Self. That's just what we needed. Okay, so we can teleport ourselves. Wait, I've seen this card so many times. I've played this one. Teleport to any room contained in the Academy. So unfortunately, we can't teleport to the outer dimension, but we can teleport to the Lost Room, so let's go do it. Alright, so Melkar will teleport to the Lost Room. Sweet. And there, he'll take one more action and collect one of these level 6 spells, or glyphs, and share that, which will be really nice. Okay, so that's the end of his turn. Now, we move to Niveta. Niveta is going to activate fire. Dun, dun, dun. And so you know what that means. Draw in a random room, and it's the Enchanted Well this time. Oh, interesting. What we're going to do is we're going to place fire there, but there's fire and ice. Fire and ice convert into water. So now we have a water token in the Enchanted Well. How very, what's the word? Thematic. Yeah. So water takes you 2 actions to move into a room with water. And if you end your turn in a room with water, you die. When it has 2 water. When it has 1, it's just like kind of a puddle. Well, maybe a little more than a puddle, but you know what I mean. So, alright, that's Niveta, and now I'm going to have to cut quick to shuffle up the disaster deck and add 2 more progression cards. Alright, so let's see what Niveta draws. Activate threats in the Scrying Chamber and Workshop. That's not a bad thing. Alright, so Niveta, first thing that she's going to do is she's going to grab a level, what is this, level 5 glyph. Then she's going to take a step into the warded room, and she's going to activate using Melkar's level 6. Use the level 6 and let's say the level 2. And let's see what that is, a 6 and a 2. All right, you guys, level 6, level 2, right here. Let's see what it is. Are you serious? Well, this is making up for all the problems with the first 2 levels. So, or the first level, really. So, break dimension. This is going to allow us to move any room in the academy with another one. So, we can grab this outer room and change it with another room on the board itself. Here, let me bring it up. Sorry, I got so excited. I cannot believe it. You guys, seriously? Break dimension. Swap the position of 2 rooms except for the mana crystal. And then if you have that circular thing, you can freely rotate the switch room if desired. Yeah. All right, you guys, I get to choose a room to swap. And you know what? That cursed room is covered with imps. It's going to have a troll. That is definitely the one I'm swapping. So let's... Now, the only issue with doing that is you see how far away that is? But it's too good not to do that. I mean, you just gotta do it. So, well, let's see, this imp fell over. Whoop, there we go. All right, so action 1 was to collect that, action 2, action 3 was to activate that. So now we need to get somebody in the library ASAP to bind that. Well, I don't even know if we need to bind that. We're probably not going to need to do that again, because I'm not going to want that one into the room, but I guess we could swap other rooms around, which would be nice. But, okay, that was Nivetta's turn. So now, okay, now we need to get level 6. We'll keep sharing this one, that's fine. All right, Arini, activate all threats in the warded and cursed room. Warded, nothing. Cursed room, let's bring out another imp. So the designer has said you can play one of 2 ways. I play with if you run out of supply, you don't place any more threats. So I want to fill up that cursed room. Oh, wait. That's not, I have to activate the threat, and that's a troll now. That's not an imp anymore. So what happens is, we put out a troll, and that troll eats all of these imps. And that's not a troll, that's a golem. Here we go. Here's a troll. They look kind of cool. Hello, my name is Troll. All right. There we go. Then we'll draw our new disaster card. Another troll invasion. Great. That means we're going to get another portal on the board. So I have one. We just 1, 2, 3. Fire. 2. Okay, so I'm just thinking about how I want to do this. You know what? I've got to bind teleport self as well, so that we can get. Okay, yeah. So I'm just gonna go 1, 2, and I'm gonna do teleport self, and I'm gonna do break dimension. So I know break dimension is level 6, level 2. So let's do that one first. Let's see. Yes, break dimension. Okay. Then, oh man, the teleport self is in level 2, glyph 5, and glyph 2. That's what I think it is. And teleport self. Yeah, you remember that memory game? Whew. I almost forgot. Okay. So that's my 3 actions. Took the 2, bound those 2 spells. So now we go to Melkar, and Melkar is going to activate fire. So let's see. We draw a random room, and it is the Horde room, which is wonderful. Where are you, Horde room? Oh, up here. Oh, that's not bad. Hopefully when we get an imp in there, that imp can steal that fire, that glyph at that point, and then would be able to get rid of that fire. So not a bad spot. Not bad at all. All right, activate threats in the laboratory, mana crystal, and outer dimension. Okay, not bad. We are stuck. What we need to get out of there is a level 5 and a level 2, which Nivetta has. So we're just going to have to find a way to get those shared. But in the meantime, I'm going to just grab 2 level 6s and share one. That's all Melkar's doing. Now Nivetta is going to activate threats in the scrying chamber and the workshop. Scrying chamber, no problem. Workshop. No problem. All right, draw a new card. Activate threats in the Holy Room, the Library, and the Lost Room. Cool. Okay, let's see. All right, I think Nivetta's just going to collect 2 of these level 4s, just so she's got some more glyphs, and end her turn in the Warded Room. So next time she can activate something with that level 3 glyph. So now we'll move to Arini. Arini does a troll invasion, so we activate all troll portals. So we get another troll out in the Cursed Room. And then we activate trolls, well, they can't move anywhere. And then unfortunately we do have to place another troll portal. So we'll grab one of those. And random room. Cursed Room. Are you serious? That's amazing. So we put it in there and then it goes away, because you can never have more than one. Awesome. Oh my gosh. All right, draw a new one. Fire. Great, more fire. That's wonderful. Well, I know exactly what we're doing. 1, 2, and then we're collecting a level 7 glyph. And we're going to throw that in our shared area. All right, Melkar's going to activate threats in the laboratory, the mana crystal, and outer dimension. Outer dimension, nothing. Laboratory. Laboratory. There is something there. So one of these imps is going to steal Arini's level 1 glyph, but then this one, there's no other ones there, so this one's going to bite the dust. But then we do have a portal, so out comes another imp. Okay, so pretty much level 1 glyphs are going to be hard to come by, that's for sure. All right, Melkar is going to draw Wild Magic. Okay. Are we going to take a chance? No, we're not going to take a chance because Arini has this. So Melkar is just going to collect 2 more of these, and then now we just need to find a way to get him out of that lost room. Okay, now it is Nivetta. 1, 2, 3. She can bind it if it's a good one, or if we want to. Activate all threats in the Holy Room, the Library, and the Lost Room. Lost Room, nothing. Library, nothing. Holy Room, nothing. Okay. Draw our new one. We have our Terror. We still have our Darkness. Okay, so we're going to take a chance. Which one? Which one is going to be what we need? That's the question. Let's do a level 7 and a level 2. Let's see if we get what we need. Alright, you guys, if I can actually draw what we need, that would be insane. It would just be crazy. So let's see. It is alone, so it's not what we need. Okay. Teleport to the room outside of the academy. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad that I did that in the warded room. And teleport to a room of your choice at the start of your next turn. That would be if you had this icon, which Nivetta does not. So, alone, that's not what we need. Darn it. Alright, so alone had no effect. That was a level 7, level 2. Okay. Bummer. So I think that was his first action. So his next 2 is he's just going to go 1 and collect another level 5, just so he has more different types of glyphs, or she, because that's Nivetta. Alright, after Nivetta, we go to Arini. Arini's going to activate fire. Well, there's no fire on the board, so then we have to place threatening fire tokens. And we're placing one in the workshop. Ooh. The workshop is right where Nivetta is. Okay. And our new one is Wild Magic. Oh, man. Okay, so... Oh, I've got to do it. I've got to do it. So I'm going to take all 3 actions. 1, 2, and then name level 7, level 2 to be alone. Let's see. Yep, got it right. Alright, so that's the end of Arini's turn. It's just unfortunate Arini couldn't get any more of the level 7s. So Melkar plays Wild Magic, which doesn't do anything because we just bound that spell, thank goodness. And we'll draw activate threats in the Enchanted Well and Flux Point. And he's kind of stuck right now, so he's just going to grab 2 more of these level 6s, and that's all he can really do. All right, now we have Tear. So if there's no threatening, well, there is a threatening. All wizards and creatures move 1 space away from their nearest darkness token. So darkness is here. That's going to bring her closer, so she'll take a step here. These 2 will move either way, gets them farther away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so actually they're going to move this way. This guy's going to move this way. She already moved. He can't move, and he'll move this way. All right, or she'll move because that's Nyvetta. Sorry about that. Activate all threats in the Horde and the Awakened Room. All right, so that's going to be what he does or she does next time. So she does not have a level 7 to work with. So I think what she's going to do is just collect 2 more of those level 4s, just in case. And we'll throw them in, and that's all Nyvetta's going to do. Now it's Arini. Arini's going to do wild magic. Here's the thing, she was pushed back, which is such a bummer. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3, and next time can get into the outer dimension. Oh, and I forgot. Oh, she gets tilt. I love that one. Okay, next is Melkar. Melkar is going to activate threats in the Enchanted Well and the Flux Point. So Enchanted Well, there is a water token there, and so let's see what happens when you activate water. When water is activated, it immediately activates any water portal in the same room. If 2 water tokens are adjoining in adjoining rooms, they are considered to be part of the same pool. So actually, as long as there is no... yeah. As long as there's no 2 waters and no water connected to a water portal, the Enchanted Well doesn't create more water. You have to have a portal to create more water. At least that's how I'm reading it. So Melkar does not have to worry about that. He discards his disaster and, oh, a new one, Flash Freeze. Okay, well, I'm not going to have you read that until it happens. He's just going to stock up. We're never going to need any more of these level 6 glyphs because he's got 2 more. All right, it is Nyvetta's turn, and she still does not have a level 7 glyph. So she'll activate threats in the Horde and the Awakened Room. Well, the Horde brings out an imp, and the Awakened Room doesn't do anything. There's been nobody in the Awakened Room. And then she gets activate threats in the Planar Rift and Unstable Room. Okay, see, I mean, I could be trying to activate spells, and to be honest, I could, because of where I'm sitting. If it has a negative effect, it wouldn't do anything to us, but I think instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take a step into here, collect another level 5 glyph, and that way I've got tons of glyphs. I can do a bunch of different things. I can make any of them a level 2 if I want. And then action 3 is going to be moved back into here. Next time now, I should be able to start doing spells because Arini should be able to start collecting level 3s. All right, and we're going to do just that. Arini has a level, or has tilt, and if you remember what this does, I love this one. Select a random direction. This direction is used for every random direction until the start of your next turn. Any movement not in this direction costs an additional action, as if it were contained a threat that slows movement. Cool. Random 1. So 1 is facing this way, so it's going to be to the right. All right, and then her new disaster card is an Imp Invasion. So she's not going to move at all anyways. She's grabbing 2 level 7s. And she's going to share 1, and that's the end of her turn. All right, so now we move to Melkar. Melkar is going to activate our first level 2. Select a water portal. It's Flash Freeze. Select a water portal in a room that also contains water. Remove the portal and replace all water in the same pool with ice. Ha! We don't have any water portals. Don't have to worry about it. That's cool. And we have this. Activate all threats in the master study in the cursed room. Fine with me. Put more trolls out there. Alright, Melkar is going to collect 2 more of these tokens, of these glyphs, level 6 glyphs. So I think he might have 1 or 2. What do you guys think? Alright, that's the end of his turn. Then we're going to go to Niveta. Niveta is going to activate all threats in the planar rift and unstable room. Planar, no problem. Unstable, no problem. Oh, the last level, the last disaster card before shuffling. Portals. Oh, we'll see what that is. Uh-oh. I don't know if I want to know what that is. Actually, you know what? I'm going to read it because I don't know what it is, and that could be a problem. Until the start of your next turn, whenever a wizard moves out of a room, select a random room. This is where they arrive. Oh, yeah. Oh, just random movement. Okay. All right, Niveta, let's do it. We're going to activate, because we're in a room that has level 4 glyphs, let's use a level 4 and a level 7. Okay? Let's see what we get. All right, you guys, level 7, level 4. Let's flip it, if I can. Yes! Oh, Guardian. Okay. You may place a Guardian in your room. You may place. And if you have the shield, you may place the Guardian in an adjoining room. This is what we needed. You know, this level is full of really bad botches. And the fact that I found this at the second level, it's karma for level 1. Okay, that's what I'm decided. Oh my gosh. Okay, Guardian. I need to make sure I block that. Cool. All right, you guys, so we may put a Guardian in this room. I'm definitely not going to do that. May. I don't want to because then we can't get any more of these. But that is sweet, and I'm already sharing one of these. Okay, so that was action 1. Action 2 is I'm going to move into this room. So action 3, I can create a Guardian in this room next round, and so we'll have 1 of our 4. So remember, we need 4 Guardians in the 4 corners. Okay, all right. Let's go to Arini. Imp Invasion. Activate all imps first. So these 2 imps are in the mana room, which, how the heck did they get there? Oh yeah, if there's ever 3, we have to start losing mana crystals. So they are going to move back into this room though because there's a glyph. Let me check that, but I'm pretty sure that's right. If a single imp is in a mana crystal, there is no effect. If there are ever multiple imps in the mana crystal, remove them from the board and lose 1 mana for every 2 imps rounded up. Well, I should have done that. I'll make a note. I should have lost this mana crystal when I had multiple imps. Because 1 mana for every 2 imps. Alright, so the only other imps on the board is this one. This one is going to steal. We'll have him steal a level 5 because I don't need that. And then this guy is going to move into this room. And then we're going to pull out new ones. Oh wait, before that, because there's now only 2 threatening imp portals, we have to draw a random room, the holy room. That's great. That's really great. And now we activate imp portals. So we'll have 2 imps here, an imp here, and an imp there. Okay, that's still not terrible. That was imp invasion. And now I have to shuffle this up, so we're going to add 2 more to the progress. We're going to start seeing level 3s. All right, give me a second. All right, you guys, we can only go through this disaster deck 2 more times. And she has flash freeze, which is not a bad one at all because we don't have any water portals. Kind of lucky. All right, her first action is going to be to use a spell and use the level 5 or level 7 and level 4 that Niveta has and activate our Guardian. Okay? And ooh, wait. I don't want to do that yet. Because once I activate the Guardian, I can't get any more. Oh. Okay, see, I need to think about this. I am actually just going to collect 2 of these level 7 glyphs. Because what I don't want to do... So, is anybody else activating imps? No, nobody's activating imps. Yep, alright, perfect. So I'm doing these 2, and then I'm sharing 1. Okay? Okay, so I have a total of 3. We're going to need 4 of these total. So I'm hoping to get 1 more. And then we got to get to the unstable room, the master study, the holy room. Awesome. Okay. Now it is Melkar's turn. Melkar is going to activate threats in the cursed room and the master study. Great. Cursed room, troll. Thank you. Master study, nothing. And we're going to start putting fire out. I really should get him out. I feel kind of bad, but I don't even know how to at this point. I'm not going to waste the time. So we're just going to grab the last bits of our level 6s and make sure that's shared just in case. And that's the end of his turn. Now we have portals. Okay. Until the start of your next turn, whenever a wizard moves out of a room, select a random room. That is the room in which they arrive. Okay. Oh, first this should be here. So we have this happening for the entire round, and we'll be bringing out more trolls with our troll invasion. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to activate a spell, and we're going to bring out a guardian. And that guardian immediately kills these 2 imps. Awesome. And that's perfect. He can just sit in here. And that was 1 action. Action 2 is going to be to move to a random room. I have enough of those level 4. So let's move and let's see where we end up. Or not. Do we want to do that? Yeah, because if I could get to a corner. Okay, so action 1 was to create that guardian. Action 2 is I'm going to try and move, and I have to move to a random room. I'm going to move to the planar rift. Now, normally, if I moved into the planar rift, that would take me 2 actions. But because I'm teleporting through a portal, the darkness has no effect. And I'm going to try and move again. Come on, be a corner. The warded room. It's not the corner. Okay, well, I moved 1 room forward. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, then I'm going to share this. I've got 2 more here. Perfect. That's the end of my turn. Then, Arini. Flash freeze. Don't have to worry about it. What we're going to do is we're going to collect 1 of these level 7 glyphs. That is action 1. Now I have enough of those to create the guardians that I need. So, oh, I should grab a new disaster card. Cool. And it's going to activate threats in the enchanted and the flux point. Okay, action 2 is I'm going to use 1 of these level 7s with the level 4 that Niveta is sharing, and we create our second guardian. And that's going to kill this imp. See ya. So that was 2 actions. I can't do anything for the third. I don't want to move into that room. There's fire. I would die. So I'm going to share my level 7 glyph. Now, Melkar. Oh, she could have tried to move. She'd only get to move once. Who knows where she's going to go? She's just going to stand there. Oh no, that actually might help her. Okay, because I would be stuck with fire and water. It's terrible. What we're going to do for our third action is move. We're going to try and move out of that room. And we're going to move to the scrying chamber. That's not bad at all. Okay. All right, that's the end of Arini's turn. Next, fire. All right, activate fire. No fire on the board. Then we have to place it. So let me shuffle this to set up where we're going to start the fire. All right, let's see. The fire is going to start in the unstable room. If I can find it. Here it is. Oh, wait. I'm wrong. I already have fire out. So, never mind. That's going to tell us where it spreads, and it's going to spread down towards the library. So, we now have fire in the horde and the library. Okay. I get 3 actions. I'm going to try and move out of the lost room. And I instead go to the workshop. Finally get them out of there. So that's action 1. Well, there's fire there, so I'm going to try and move again. Action 2, and we're going to move to the horde, which also has fire. Oh my gosh, you guys. I needed to have activated this fire. I'm getting so excited. Okay, let me... I've got 1 more action with Melkar. This is going to be... Oh, sorry. This is going to be for that fire, and it doesn't spread. Because it moves towards the cursed room's off the board. So, has no effect. Okay. Then, Melkar's going to try and move for the third time, and he goes to the awakened room. Hey, that's great. Right over here. Okay. That is the end of Melkar's turn. Now, he should have drawn another disaster card. It's got terror. He's got terror. All right. Now, enough of this random stuff. We move here to Niveta. Niveta activates Troll Invasion. So first activate Troll Portals. So out comes another Troll in the Cursed Room. Then activate Trolls. They don't move anywhere. And if there's fewer than 2, we have to place 1. So we're going to place 1 in the Warded Room. Ugh. That's not really where I want Trolls. But that's okay. It is what it is. We don't have a Troll out yet. And then we'll draw our new disaster card. Holy Room, Library, and Lost Room. All right, you guys, I got to take a breath. I have only won this game once, even in this first scenario. And I am so close. So I'm pumped. Okay. So Niveta is going to go 1, 2, and then with her level 4 and Irini's level 7, we're going to put another Guardian here. And we are almost there, you guys. We're going to share this. It's going to be Irini's turn. Where is Irini? We are going to win right here. Activate all threats in the Enchanted Well and the Flux Point. Enchanted Wells, there's water, which doesn't get activated because there's no water portal connected to it. Flux Point, there isn't anything there. So we can discard this. I don't even care what you draw. Fire, great. Because what we're going to do is go 1, 2, use our level 7 and Niveta's level 4 to create a Guardian in the 4th room, in the corner. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't believe I won this. This is a great game. It's you have to be ready to lose. You have to be ready to be frustrated. There are times when, like when I was going through that level 1 stuff and I was not finding that Nova spell, that was frustrating. And there's nothing I can do about it. I can't speed it up. You know, you can only activate 1 spell a turn. And I understand why Greg did that from a design perspective, so that you're not, blowing through the spells like nobody's business. However, it slows the game down, and I haven't decided if I want to try this where you can activate more than 1 magic around, but that then moves it towards the non-advanced level. I have a hard time because to me, it doesn't feel like it's advanced when I can only do 1 spell. It just feels like it's a limitation that slows the game down versus being smart about collecting glyphs so you can activate multiple spells in 1 round. I don't know. Anyways, it's fun though. I really enjoy it. I'm going to keep it in my collection for sure. I'm still seeing new cards and I'm on my 13th playthrough. I mean, it's got to tell you something. There's lots of replayability. It's fun. There's a lot of corner cases where you don't really know if I'm doing things right. Like when I was moving people away from the darkness, I think I did that right, but if not, whatever, it's close enough. I would definitely say this is more of a co-op game than a solo game. With solo, there's just so much to remember, so much to think about. I prefer this as a co-op. It's just hard to get people out for a recording, so that's why I did it as a solo. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know if you liked the kind of the zooming in pictures and stuff like that. I'm trying some different videography. I also have a new camera, and this week I'm going to be getting a new microphone. I'll actually get a microphone because my other one was not working. So that'll also be a nice improvement. So, all right, well, thank you guys. Hope you enjoy, and please do subscribe and watch my other videos. Thank you.